Today I'm going to share with you what I call the Q factor. IQ plus EQ plus AQ1 plus AQ2 plus meaningful action equals success. I have a book here that talks about beyond success. It's a wonderful book. But what does it mean beyond success? I think it's when you even achieve more success than you ever dreamt was possible for your life. So in my Winning Hearts and Minds book, I share about the toolbox. But obviously you can't see what's in the book, so what I've done is I brought along my toolbox today. When I was invited to go to Namibia to share at a Ohorongo Cement conference, they gave me this beautiful box, but inside the box there was a braai fork and braai tongs and all this equipment that you need to be able to make a braai. If you are a doctor or a mechanic, you need to have good tools, you need to have quality tools. You cannot do your job if you're a mechanic or doctor if you don't have quality tools. But quality tools are not enough. You have to be committed and competent. And if you are committed and competent, then the tools will greatly assist you. So let me just open up here and let me just show you the 4 tools. The first one has something to do with your mind. And this is called intelligence. This is called your mind. And there's a very famous lady at the moment that has just visited Port Elizabeth, Caroline Leaf, doctor. She's a medical doctor. This book is Switch on Your Brain. And this one over here is called Think, Learn and Succeed. I'm busy studying these books, so I've still got quite a bit of reading to do. But in my book, I also talk about the mind. So if you have a look here, I've got a screwdriver. And the screwdriver actually stands for your mind. So when I talk about the mind, there's 3 things I talk about. I talk about clever, I talk about smart, and I talk about positive. I'm only going to do the positive one today, so this video clip is not too long, because apparently people can't listen for more than 5 minutes. In another video, I'm going to share with you about the shifting spanner. Your emotions go up and down every day. Your emotions shift, and so we have to learn how to manage our emotions. The soar, you might wonder what this is. They say an eagle soars. And so we also have to soar, because your attitude determines your altitude. This one is also going to be in a separate video. And then you might wonder, what is the hammer all about? Well, when you go through tough times and there are obstacles that you have to get over, you have to knock down the walls. And so this is called adversity. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to just focus on this one. And with the mind, people ask me, Alan, how powerful is the mind? Well, let me tell you 2 stories. The first story is about a guy that was locked in a refrigeration unit. Behind the train there was this big refrigeration unit, and he was locked inside by mistake, and he started to get cold. And he even wrote up on the wall, I'm starting to freeze. I don't know how much longer I've got left to live, but tell the people at home that I love them. And when they found him, he was dead. And the sad part was, the fridge was broken. The unit was not working, but he thought the unit was working. And he died. That's how powerful your mind is. The other story on a more positive light is Morris Goodman in 1980 was flying his private aeroplane and it crashed. It was a terrible crash. They took 17 hours to put him back together. They said he would never walk, he would never talk, he would never eat, he would never breathe, he would do nothing for himself. But what he did was he lay in the hospital bed, he worked on his mind, and through the power of the mind, he was able to start healing himself. And 6 months later, he walked out the hospital. Sure, he shuffled, and he was barely able to walk, but they said he would never walk again. So the mind is very, very powerful. So I just want to share with you 6, what I call little ingredients that can help you. So if you're at home, if you don't mind just to hold up your finger and say after me, see, think, talk, read, and mix. So the first one is see. What do you see when you look at yourself? What do you see when you look at your family, when you look at the world? I know I'm a keen golfer, and on the golf course, if there's water, people look and all they see is this water, and their mind becomes waterlogged. They don't see the beautiful green, they don't see the fairway. They see this water, and this water starts to drown their mind, and they hit, and guess where the ball ends up? In the water. And they said, I knew I was going to hit it in the water. Our eyes are the window to our soul. So do you see your successes or failures? Do you see the obstacles or the opportunities? Do you see what you have or what you don't have? Do you see your blessings or your hardships? Do you see your enemies or your friends? And so I could keep going. Your eyes are so powerful, and your eyes have a huge influence on what happens in your mind. The next thing, see, think. I love the Bible verse, Proverbs 4 verse 23. Be careful what you think, your life is shaped by your thoughts. We have to be very careful how we think, and we have to think about what we are thinking. We have to be aware of what is going on in here each day, because this is the thing that shapes your life. It all starts here between your ears. So be very careful what you think, because your thoughts have real power. Talk. There's a guy in America called Tony Robbins. He wrote the book, Awaken the Giant Within, Ultimate Power. I bought his 30-day program from America. And in that program, he shared many things. And one of the things that he shared was the secret of life is be careful how you talk to yourself, and then the actions that you take. So he believes, even though he gets paid millions and millions, that it's quite simple. Be careful how you talk to yourself, and then make sure you take the correct action. So life is about how you talk to yourself. So talk to yourself in an empowering way. Talk to yourself in a way that encourages you, that enlightens you, that be kind to yourself. I can be a bit hard on myself sometimes because I expect myself to be perfect. The best I will ever be is perfectly human. So cut yourself some slack and talk to yourself nicely. The weed, those are the negative thoughts that jump into your head. And you know what? You didn't even invite them. They came into your mind uninvited. It could be a simple thing like, I hate doing presentations. I'm going to screw up the presentation today. I'm useless at that. Instead of saying, wow, I'm looking forward to this opportunity today. I've got an opportunity to do a presentation. I've been with Alan Glover on his Powerful Presentations course, and I'm going to knock the socks off these people today. I'm going to do a great presentation. So when a negative thought pops into your head uninvited, don't entertain it, don't water it, don't let it take over your mind and replace the beautiful rose garden in your mind. Get rid of it by popping in a positive thought. Replace your negative thoughts with positive thoughts. The next one is read. Even though I wrote this book, I think I must have read it about 20 times, because every time I read it, it's feeding my soul and it's feeding my mind. And so I read all the time, and I try and read not all the bad stuff on the back page of the Sunday Times or the front page. Try and read stuff that inspires you. And lastly, who do you mix with? I know you didn't choose the people at work. I know you didn't interview them and invite them to become part of your team. So in your team, there are going to be positive people, neutral people, and negative people. In your family, there may be some negative family members. Maybe at your club where you play golf or squash, there may be some painful people. So always try and mix with people that are good for you. Try and mix with people that can rub off positively, but hopefully you can do the same for them. So always remember, see, think, talk, read, mix. And I hope that if you put this, I know that if you put this into practice in your life, it'll have a radical transformation, not only in your mind, but in the way you live your life every day. Thank you.